What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fitness Realty channel. My name is TJ McLelland and I'm the broker. I'm super excited to share all the things we have planned with you. So sit back, strap in, and let's have some fun. What's up, everybody? My name is TJ McLelland, broker of Fitness Realty. I'm here to bring you episode 56. I can't believe that we're this far along in the podcast, so I'm so appreciative of you guys. I know that the only way we can do this podcast is with you guys and your support, and so I really am very appreciative of that. Thank you so much for sharing it with the people that you think might need to hear maybe an encouraging story, or maybe hear all about our products, or maybe hear about people that are out there doing amazing things. Thank you for sharing it. All right, episode 56, I'm going to share my personal stories all about building relationships with the right people who will help you succeed. And so before we get started, I really want to say, first things first, real estate is a very saturated market, very saturated with real estate agents, very saturated with lenders. The entire real estate ecosystem is just very saturated with people. Now, that being said, there's always going to be room for you to stand out, because if you have integrity, and usually if you just can answer your phone, like, you're set above the rest. So without further ado, though, I want to talk about my personal stories for building relationships with the people that have gotten me to where I'm at right now. And then I'll tell you about a couple of people that I've met in the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. So first up, the first person that I want to talk about, the very best mentor I've had in my career thus far, is my mom, Carrie McLelland. She is amazing. She's a rock star. She's a guru in real estate, been selling for 30 years. She's amazing. I've learned so many different things from her, from the soft skills with people. Also learned talking to her and seeing how she develops her ideas and seeing how she helps her clients has been amazing. I would be remiss, though, if I didn't mention Rob Wood. He was actually the guy that started me in real estate and told me, hey, you should get a license. And so I would be remiss if I didn't say thanks to Rob and his mentorship when I very first started. I don't really know if I closed any deals while I was training with him, and mostly that was because I was deploying and I was still active duty military, super hard. But he saw the benefits, or he saw something in me that I did not see. And I want to say that that is a really great option, or that's a really good thing that mentors can do for you, is they usually can see more in you than you can see of yourself. So first thing, I think, if you want to find a mentor that's like that, you really need to do your homework on people and maybe run into people that are around you and see if they are a person that generates ideas and opportunities while you're around them. And really, I think that's the way to find the person that can mentor you first. Okay, so we've talked about my mom, we've talked about Rob, and then throughout my career, I've been able to contact and network with people that are real estate agents that are closing 100 transactions a year. I've talked to lenders that are closing over 100 transactions a year. And I'm not saying like 100 is the cap, but I'm saying that people that are doing over 100 transactions a year are doing one transaction every 3 days in a calendar year. And that is just mind-blowing. I have not attained that yet, but I will grind till I hit that. And I think that would be a great way to stand, like helping over 100 families a year sounds pretty cool to me. So lately I've been running into people that are really amazing with their careers, and they just are crushing it in all of those aspects. So what I try to do is I go to CE classes that are taught by those professionals. So for all of you guys out there, a CE class is called Continuing Education. So if they're offering a 2-hour free course or a 2-hour little lunch and learn or whatever. So anyway, like I was saying, I love going to CE courses. The 2-hour free course, anywhere that I can go and learn something, I want to go and learn what these professionals are doing. Cool part is usually in these 2-hour free courses, they're going to pay for your lunch, so that's always a bonus. But then also, they really have something in there in the course, and I try to really hone in and find at least one piece of, a golden nugget or whatever that I can actually increase my business. So recently, one of the latest ones that I went to was taught by Kit Bates, one of the best lenders that I've met. His follow-up systems are insane. So I went to his lead generation or database management CE course, and it was killer. Like his class and the way he taught it and teaching it from experience was just phenomenal. So there was a couple of things that I brought up, or not brought up, but learned out of that class. And one is our VIP list. And I've done a horrible job of maintaining my VIP list. And I'm going to go back to that and really kind of get back into my VIP list. And that's just the top 50 people or so that really like and trust me, and that I really like and trust back. And so I will be maintaining really good contact with my VIP list. The second thing that he talked about was follow-up, really strong follow-up with different gifts, different like text messages or phone calls, all sorts of things to stay in contact with his network. He has a couple of assistants that help him do that, and so he's gotten to another level, and that's really something that I love to point out about people that you can meet in these different spheres, is that there's always going to be somebody in the room that is either, making more money than you, doing more deals than you, owning more rental property, which we'll get to, or something like that. So somebody in the room is always going to be at the next level. I have never been in one room where I was like, wow, I'm the top dog here. And typically I'm not saying like I'm this low on the totem pole. It's just that when I'm around a sphere of influence, there's always somebody in the room that I'm like, wow, you own more rental property than I do, or you're closing more deals than I do. And so I'm always gravitating towards them and like trying to figure out how did they get there, what they can teach me, and what I can really like gather from their persona. And so I really think that part of this episode of building relationships with people that are going to help you become successful is getting out there. You've got to go to events. You've really got to connect with people. Go and learn, go to CE classes, go and talk to people. There's really no other way to do it. I mean, you can read a lot of books about how to do more business. I don't think that you can learn, or I don't think you can practice those things that you learn from the books unless you're out and about and doing things with other people. And so I love that part about, networking. So I'm going to tell a quick story, though, about my personal experience. You guys know that I've changed my entire life over the last few years, and I am running towards rental property. And so we bought a rental in Missouri. We are about to move into our new house and turn our old house into a rental as well. And so I'm just living that way, and I love where we're headed with that. But on top of that, while I'm learning about rental property and how to actually move past where I'm at currently, I've been going to investor classes all over the place in Salt Lake County, of course, or wherever. And when I am in one of those classes, typically the person that's leading it or teaching the class is impressive. Like when I look at what they've done in their life, it is enormous. I'll give you a for instance. The last class that I went to, I showed up kind of late, but I got there just in time to meet the instructor because I guess I was like an hour behind. The time on my phone was wrong or whatever. But I met the guy that was teaching the class, and he owns 48 rentals all along the Wasatch Front, which I was like, 48 rentals. That make like it doesn't register up here because that's just so far away from where I'm at. And the reason that I bring this up is because anytime that you can talk to a person that owns that many rentals, their view and perspective about how money works, finances, real estate is all different. It's very, very different than the day-to-day paycheck earner or living paycheck to paycheck. Their world just looks different. And so when they describe how they look at things and how they describe rental properties and things like that, to me, that is so valuable because I want to one day get to something like that, get to that level, and then be able to teach it to new people. And I feel like that's a great way to live a life, right? Learn things, make yourself better, and then teach it to others. And so I really feel like the building relationships with the right people, you've got to go out there and do the work, right? You've got to go to events. And I know that I've already said that, but I really want to make sure that I hone in on that point, is that if you're not out and about increasing your sphere of knowledge or your sphere of influence, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to build the relationships that you need. And without those, you're going to go to nowhere, and you won't attain the goals that you really want. So anyway, this has been episode 56, all about building relationships with the people that you think can make yourself successful. I love you guys. I think that there are so many opportunities out there for people in rental property, real estate in general, and there's opportunity everywhere to learn from somebody that is further along in this process than you. I know there's people that are in these networks that own thousands of rentals. I'm actually in a national group with somebody who's about to do a deal for 3,000 more storage units. That I can't even fathom that, right? Like, that's just not on the radar for me right now. And so there are these cool networks out there. They love to teach because they know that there's an abundance of deals out there. You're not going to steal a deal from them. And they love to teach. And so I really enjoy that part about what other people do. Anyway, I really am appreciative of you guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 56, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'll see you next time, and we love you. Later.